There.
Hello, and welcome to Learn and Talk's speaking overview for the IELTS exam. So, what is the speaking task? Well, you will be speaking with a tester for about 20 minutes, and it'll just be a person asking you questions and having a conversation with you. The speaking tasks are split into 3 different sections, and we'll talk about what each of those is about and how to do well. And of course, the biggest piece of advice for speaking is try to be confident and relax as best as you can. Remember, just think of it as you're just having a conversation with a friend. So what are the speaking sections? Well, section 1, the first section, it always involves simple questions about you or your opinions. The most important tip for section 1 is to always try to answer why. Section 2 is actually a little different from the other 2 sections. You get a little cue card with some questions on it, and you have 1 minute to read the card and take some notes if you would like. And then you're expected to speak for 2 minutes about the topic. Often section 2 will include mixed verb tenses. And section 3 is a little bit more advanced. It's again like section 1 in that you're talking, but the difference with section 3 is you're usually discussing about more complex topics and not just about personal preferences, but talking about different perspectives. Again, this will often include mixed verb tenses. So, section 1, what's the best way to do this? Well, really, it's going to be a fairly straightforward personal question most of the time, and a couple of them. But what you need to do is make sure that you're not answering with just one-word answers. So as an example, if the question is, how do you usually travel to work? Answer in a sentence and give a reason. So don't say, by bike. If you just say by bike, that's not a great answer. However, if you say, I usually ride my bike to get to work because it's good for my health, that's a much better answer, and that shows more of your English speaking ability. Now then, let's look at section 2. You'll get a cue card in section 2, much like the example given here. Make sure that you answer all of the questions. Do your best. So talk about a crowded place that you visited. Where was it? Who was with you? What were you doing? And explain how you feel about that place. So make sure to speak for at least 2 minutes on this. This can be a little challenging at first, but as you practice, you'll get better at that because the tester will ask you to stop talking once you've gone over 2 minutes. And it's much better to speak the whole 2 minutes than to only speak for 30 seconds, and then they won't have anything to look at for your English speaking ability. Also, another thing that's important to know for practicing is that there are 4 possible topics. You have a person, a place, a thing, or an experience. Many of them have some element of experience. You can see in this example, talk about a crowded place that you visited. So it's your experience visiting a place. Now, throughout our course, we'll talk about all the different types of topics, and we'll practice answering cue cards for person, place, thing, and experience. So you'll get much more comfortable and confident doing section 2. Let's look at section 3. So these tend to be questions which are not just about you, but are about people in general. Section 3 often includes discussions about changes over time or the advantages and disadvantages of certain things. So we have some examples here for you of what section 3 discussion may look like. What kinds of machines are used for housework in modern homes in your country? That would be the first question you would get asked. And then once you answered that, they would continue asking further questions about the topic. How have these machines benefited people? Are there any negative effects of using them? And finally, do you think all new homes will be equipped with household machines in the future? Why? So you can see here that they're more advanced questions and will often include those mixed verb tenses, maybe some past tense about your country, your home country, and the machines used there, and then some future tense. What will happen in the future? Some important tips for this are make sure to answer the question directly being asked. So it's very good to start with that. Do you think all new homes will be equipped with household machines in the future? Yes, I think all new homes will be equipped with fancy new machines in the future because. Okay, give reasons and or examples with your answer. So to stretch out your answer, so again, you're not just giving yes or no one word answers, you want to give reasons. I think this because, how have these machines benefited people? Well, these machines have benefited people in many ways, and you can say because they've benefited them because of this, and you can also give examples, right? So for example, when I didn't have a dishwashing machine, I had to spend a half an hour washing dishes in the sink. But now, with a fancy new dishwashing machine, I save so much time. So that's a real positive effect of it. And of course, the most important thing here is you just want to try to speak for at least 3 to 4 sentences on each question. Now, this doesn't mean that you should keep talking forever, right? You need to demonstrate your control of the English language. So answer the question being asked and make sure that your reasons and your examples are connected to the question you are answering. Okay, and we'll practice more of this as well throughout the courses. That's everything for now on speaking. If you have any questions, please write them down to ask later. We hope this has been helpful. Thank you.